Audio Jungle.
Rum Lane fire victims living in limbo 2 years later. Almost 2 years after their houses went up in flames in a fire believed to be set by an arsonist, several residents of Rum Lane in central Kingston claim that they are still awaiting the promised help to rebuild. In the immediate aftermath of the fire, which destroyed houses at 33, 33, a quarter, and 33 and a half Rum Lane, 7 families totaling approximately 30 people, including children, were left homeless. Representatives of government and private entities visited that area and declared their commitment to help the residents get back on their feet. But when reporters visited the area on Monday, some of the victims declared that they were living in limbo. One of the victims, Moisha March, claimed her family and others have received no help since the blaze. The people who live on the land are now scattered all over the place, but me, my baby father, my children, my mother-in-law, brother-in-law, and his baby mother, with their 2 kids, still live here at 33 and a half Rum Lane. We built up a board house, and we did it out of our pockets just to have a little roof over our heads, stated Marsh. I have 2 children. The baby was 2 years old today, and my son, who is going to be 5 years old later this year. Most of the other people who live here and were burned out have turned squatters on other people's property in the community because they have nowhere to go, she added. She claimed that unlike others, she had no option but to find a way to construct a wooden dwelling, which is not ideal, but better than living outside with her family and exposed to the elements of weather. Life is rough, rough, rough. I lost my test classes in the fire, furniture, children clothing, and uniform. I don't have anything, she said. She further told reporters that with her glasses destroyed in the fire, she has struggled to see properly for almost 2 years. In the meantime, the father of Marsh's 2 children, who asked not to be named, said while their living condition was not perfect before the fire, it was far better than it is today. It is kind of hard for me because life was better. Everybody was here. My mother moved out not too far from here. She is staying with relatives. Last hurricane season, rain came in on us, and we see another hurricane season coming. Our house stuff is still leaking. We got no help other than the little documents for the children, like their birth certificates, claimed the man. Another resident pointed out that Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness visited them in the wake of the fire and promised that people who were displaced would receive assistance. She alleged that to date they have received little assistance to help them get back on their feet. The Prime Minister and his team came here, but all they gave the people were some daytime pull-up beds. The people didn't get any board or anything to build back their houses, the woman claimed. But Member of Parliament for the area Donovan Williams on Wednesday told reporters that while representatives of state agencies visited the area and did an assessment after the fire, people who said they are legal owners posted on no trespassing sign. We cleared the debris among other measures and provided first response aid. We assisted as far as we could and are amenable to exploring further ways in which we may assist despite the challenges, stated Williams. According to Williams, the Housing Agency of Jamaica (HAG) has identified properties in the community to assist with social housing, and the plan is to assist the Rum Lane fire victims as priority. In the meantime, residents of the area pointed out that national netballer Latanya Wilson, who was one of the victims of the fire, has been promised help, and based on media report, it appears this was delivered. Weeks after the blaze, Jamaica Information Service reported that Wilson had been given the keys and documents for a new house outside of the community. The JIS reported said construction of the house for Wilson was facilitated by the National Housing Trust. Wilson has told reporters that she lost almost everything in the blaze, including a bronze medal she won with the Sunshine Girls at the Netball World Cup tournament in August 2023. I have several different emotions. I am sad, but I am more so grateful that I still have life. It is always a privilege to represent my country, myself, and my family. The joy from this is unexplainable. This goes to show that you can be at your highest point in life, and the next moment you're at your lowest, Wilson told reporters at the time. JLP condemns Miranda Wellington's warning that PNP is ready for war. Jamaica Labour Party JLP Senator and Senior Communications Task Force member Marlon Margon is condemning a declaration by St. Elizabeth Southwest aspirant, the People's National Party PNP, Miranda Wellington, that her party is ready for war. This is not going to be an easy victory, but I want you to know that we prepare for war, and if a war, Wellington stated in a battle cry to constituents at a recent PNP meeting in the constituency. Senator Morgan says Wellington should apologize for her reckless, vile, and intemperate remarks on the political platform. Amid a history of political violence, Jamaica has invested heavily over the years in building an electoral system that is now the envy of many around the world and has come too far in terms of our political maturity to return to the days of vulgar, vile, and reckless utterances from the political platform. Such utterance can only serve to incite violence and politically motivated hostility, Morgan commented. The senator says the PNP standard bearer went too far and was out of line. Miranda Wellington's comment regarding war has no place in modern Jamaica and must be condemned by a well-thinking Jamaican. Enough is enough. Miranda Wellington owes her political opponent Floyd Green and the country as a whole a sincere apology. Those vile and reckless comments coming from her, given her substantive job as an educator, make it that even much more erroneous. She ought to know better and should always be mindful of the moral and social duty she owes to her students and others who may take a look at her, Morgan noted. Senator Morgan urged that Jamaica is seeing signs of increased desperation, recklessness, and vile utterances emanating from the PNP platform in recent weeks. From Dayton Campbell's remark about going lower when they go low, and Heather Miller Bennett's assertion that those who switch will end up in a ditch, to Donna Scott's motive false and misleading allegations that the government brought the parliamentary term to an end in June 24 to throw at the table of the Integrity Commission's annual report, the PNP has been descending in new lows, Morgan urged. The senator says PNP President Mark Golding should exhibit some modicum of leadership and regard for decency by directing Wellington to apologize and rein in his candidates and party representatives, especially on the political stump. House passes bill to implement changes to motor vehicle registration and certificate of fitness services. Legislation to facilitate the implementation of changes to motor vehicle registration and certificate of fitness services was passed in the House of Representatives on Tuesday, July 1. The bill, Road Traffic Amendment Act 2025, was piloted by Minister of Science, Energy, Telecommunication and Transport Darrell Valls. In his remarks, Valls said in pursuing the relevant matters for the implementation of this policy mandate, the interministerial group convened by the ministry of this purpose assess and identify legislative and technological changes. He informed that on the matter of technical changes, the development phase has been completed and the implementary date is July 21, 2025. In respect to the legislative modifications, the members of this House may recall specifically that the policy changes announced propose the establishment of new maximum validity periods for motor vehicle registration and certificates of fitness, which was intended to support the government of Jamaica's planned action in streamlining processes for efficiency and economic development speed, was noted. The bill is being passed now to align with the government's broader initiative to enhance administrative efficiency and modernize road users' management. It primarily resolves inefficiencies associated with paper-based systems and facilitates smoother and more robust interagency data sharing. In this regard, the bill provides electronic issuances of fitness and registration certificates, he added. Voss said the focus aligns with global trends as physical decals and paper documents are costly, inefficient, and on the verge of becoming obsolete. He noted that this amendment not only benefits the government by enhancing the efforts towards modernizing its process, but also benefit motorists by providing longer certificate validation period, for example, 5 years for a new motor vehicle, and reduced renewal costs for operators. It is emphasized that the measure is this bill was never intended for revenue enhancement but rather to improve service delivery and to facilitate a swift towards integration of technology and efficient service delivery, he noted. Regarding the objectives of the bill, it seeks to create new periods of validity of the fitness and registration certificate for all categories of motor vehicles, to enhance the administrative efficiency and modernize road users management by applying Section 129 of the Act. to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.